During one of history's darkest times, courage and resilience shone through as a group of brave individuals risked everything to challenge oppression and bring hope to the hopeless. What was this daring World War II effort? You'll find out as we explore 5 events that happened today in history. In 1944, during World War II, Polish insurgents liberate a Nazi forced labor camp in Warsaw, freeing 348 Jewish prisoners. The brave rescue mission occurs against the backdrop of the Warsaw Uprising, an effort by groups of underground Polish patriots to fight back against Warsaw's German occupiers. The revolt had begun a few days earlier, as the people of Warsaw sensed that liberation was at hand, with the Soviet Red Army nearing the city. After the Jewish prisoners are freed, they join the weeks-long insurrection. More than a year earlier, the Jews of the Warsaw Ghetto had staged an uprising of their own in opposition to the final Nazi effort to transport the last residents of the ghetto to the death camps. That 4-week effort by Warsaw's Jews ended with the burning of the ghetto and 50,000 Jews killed or sent to the camps. During the Warsaw Uprising of August 1944, Soviet leader Joseph Stalin ultimately chooses not to help the city's insurgents, feeling that if the Polish patriots are successful against the Germans, it could undermine his own plans to subjugate Poland down the road. In the end, the Germans succeed in putting down the uprising, killing 200,000 people, the majority of them civilians. 700,000 people are expelled from the city. Thousands are sent to concentration camps. Over 80% of Warsaw is left in ruins. The Soviets do finally liberate Warsaw, but not until January 1945. In 1735, in an important case that helps define the concept of freedom of the press in America, German-born printer John Peter Zenger is found not guilty of seditious libel against the royal governor of New York. Zenger's defense is based on the fact that what he had published was true. In 1858, the first telegraph line across the Atlantic Ocean is completed, providing high-speed electronic communication between North America and Europe. It was the 5th attempt by American businessman Cyrus W. Field to lay a well-insulated line across the Atlantic floor. It stretches 2,000 miles, often at a depth of more than 2 miles. 11 days after its completion, U.S. President James Buchanan and Britain's Queen Victoria exchanged formal messages using the transatlantic line. Unfortunately, the cable ceases functioning just a few weeks later. Field doesn't quit, and in 1866, he succeeds in laying a permanent transatlantic telegraph line. Part of what is so incredible about this is that the telegraph is still, at the time, a relatively new technology. It was in fact just in 1844 that Samuel Morse sent the very first commercial telegraph message, which was sent from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore. That message was made up of the single question, "What hath God wrought?" In 1961, Six Flags Over Texas, the first amusement park in the Six Flags chain, opens its gates for the first time. It is named for the Six Flags of Texas, a display of flags representing the 6 countries whose flag had flown over the state throughout its history: Spain, France, Mexico, the Republic of Texas, the United States of America, and the Confederate States of America. Today, Six Flags operates 27 amusement parks, which are part of a total of 51 Six Flags properties across North America. In 2017, Six Flags stopped flying the Confederate flag at its theme parks. In 2009, English band Radiohead releases the song Harry Patch in memory of, just 11 days after the death at age 111 of Englishman Harry Patch. Patch is the last known surviving soldier from any country to have fought in the trenches during World War I. All proceeds from the song go to the Royal British Legion, a charity benefiting military veterans. Which of these events did you find most interesting? Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to check out Today in History in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. There's a link in the description. I would also love it if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. And you can see more great Mr. Lewis videos right over here. Thanks for watching.